Hare Krishna. Welcome to the Bhagavad Gita as it is study guide, 4th chapter, last section. Just to revise what we did in the previous video, Krishna was explaining the different types of sacrifices, and the result of all sacrifices is purification of sin and acquisition of transcendental knowledge. Now Krishna will explain a direct method how to gain spiritual knowledge. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Raghava Swaminiti Namine Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshtarine. Bhagavad Gita Chapter 4, last section. Conclusion to the 4th chapter. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master, inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. So Krishna is asking here every one of us to approach a bona fide spiritual master, because Krishna himself showed by his example, as you can see in that picture on the left side, that one accept a spiritual master. Here Krishna and Balaram are with their spiritual master Sandipani Muni. So Sandipani Muni had the honor of having the Supreme Personality of Godhead as his disciple. So although Krishna knows everything, yet he took up a spiritual master just to show everybody else that one needs a guru to surrender. So you can see Srila Prabhupada on the right side, the founder Acharya for International Society for Krishna Consciousness, who was the spiritual master for the whole world. He had more than 10,000 disciples all over the world, and they propagated Krishna consciousness. A guru is accepted not just for show bottle purposes, but guru is accepted so that one can follow the guru and surrender unto guru, follow his instructions. So it is very, very important that one accept a guru very sincerely. Not only that, one follow the guru very, very sincerely. Because by following the instructions of the guru, one achieves self-realized knowledge. Every morning in all ISKCON temples we sing the Gurvashtaka, where the spiritual master is glorified. And it is said the spiritual master should be worshipped as good as the Supreme Lord, because he is a bona fide representative. Now who is a guru? Who understands Krishna? Guru means not just anybody, but who can give you the science of Krishna, who is coming from a bona fide sampradaya. He is a guru. He should come from one of the 4 sampradayas, that is the Kumara Sampradaya, or Lakshmi Sampradaya, or Shri Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, or Brahma Sampradaya. He should be from one of these 4 bona fide sampradayas. And he should exemplify the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita. He should be of controlled senses, controlled mind. So he becomes a guru. So Krishna is giving us a direct method of understanding spiritual knowledge, that by surrendering unto a spiritual master. So, to surrender unto a spiritual master, one should be ready to give up all sense gratificatory activities, namely the 4 regulative principles one should follow, that is, no meat eating, no illicit sex, no intoxication and no gambling, and one should chant a prescribed number of Hare Krishna mantra every day. So without surrendering unto the spiritual master, it is very, very difficult to progress or advance in spiritual life. And who is a spiritual master? He is a Tattvadarshi. He has seen the truth. He has understood Krishna. So one should surrender unto a spiritual master. Yajñatva na punarmoham evam yashyasi pandava yena bhutani asheshani drakshyasi atmani atho mai. Having obtained real knowledge from a self-realized soul, you will never fall again into such illusion. For by this knowledge, you will see that all living entities are but part of the Supreme, or in other words, that they are mine. So Krishna is explaining Arjuna that he will soon realize that everything belongs to Krishna, all living entities belong to Krishna by surrendering unto spiritual master. So by surrendering unto the spiritual master, one realizes spiritual knowledge. By serving a pure devotee of Krishna, Krishna is satisfied, and by his blessings one can obtain Krishna. So it is said, Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavan Jiva, that the spirit soul is wandering through many births and deaths to many planets. Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bija. But by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, one obtains real knowledge. One obtains Krishna. By the mercy of Guru, one obtains Krishna. But to obtain a Guru, you have to have the mercy of Krishna. So those who are sincere seekers, Krishna will guide them to a Guru. And this Guru will guide them towards Krishna by further engaging them in devotional service. Api ched asi papebhyah sarvebhyah papakrattamah sarvam jnatva plavenaiva vrajinam santarishyasi. Even if you are considered to be the most sinful of all sinners, when you are situated in the boat of transcendental knowledge, you will be able to cross over the ocean of miseries. So even if one is the most sinful, but if one surrenders unto Guru, then he can obtain spiritual knowledge. To this effect, we can understand the story of Valmiki. Valmiki was a highway thief, you can say highway robber. He used to kill animals, and he was so vicious that animals would be afraid when he would roam in the forest. But when he met Narada Muni and he enlightened him about spiritual knowledge, he surrendered unto Narada Muni. But by that time he had killed hundreds and thousands of animals, hundreds and thousands of human beings, and he could see that he is condemned to hell for a long, long time, for millions and billions of years. But Narada educated him about chanting of the holy names. Although he could not chant the names Ram, he chanted Mara. And by chanting Mara, 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 Ram, Ram, he finally started chanting Ram, 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 Ram. And by chanting the holy names, he got so purified. He sat down very sincerely, chanting for hundreds and many, many years. And after chanting like that for many, many years, many, many hundreds of years, he emerged pure. And he was so absorbed in chanting the holy name, he was covered by an anthill, and Narada Muni came and dug him out of that anthill. And that's why he called him Valmiki, born from an anthill, Valmika. But he got so purified that he could see Ramayana right in front of him. He could see the whole story of Ramayana. And he wrote down the Ramayana in a very beautiful format. Similarly, when Lord Chaitanya was present 500 years ago, there is a beautiful story of Jagai and Madhai, the two brothers. They were so sinful that Yamaraj once thought of calculating their sins, and he thought he needs to hire 30 people for about a month just to count the number of sins they had done. They were so sinful. Now these two brothers, Jaga and Madhai, they were again performing their sinful activities, continuously disturbing the peace of society. Nityananda Prabhu, the associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in fact the incarnation of Lord Balaram 500 years ago during Lord Chaitanya's time, he took mercy on these two sinful people and he told them to chant Hare Krishna. Instead, they started beating up Nityananda Prabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to that place and he took up his chakra and he was about to kill these two brothers. When Nityananda Prabhu said, "No, you are not here for the purpose of killing, you are here to distribute mercy." So he showed mercy on these two sinful people, purified them of all their sins, and they surrendered unto Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then he told them, "Do not sin anymore." So if you can see, even the worst of the sinners, if we are sincere, the Lord will accept. Lord will purify them of all their sins if we are sincere. So one should not think, "Oh, I have committed so many sins, I will never be out of it." No. Krishna has a plan for everybody. And Krishna is unlimited. Our sins are nothing. If we surrender unto Krishna, Krishna will be pleased. Yathai dhamsi samidhognir bhasmasat kurute arjuna jnanagnihi sarva karmani bhasmasat kurute tatha. As a blazing fire turns firewood to ashes, O Arjuna, so does the fire of knowledge burn to ashes all reactions to material activities. So Krishna is giving an example that just like firewood is burned to ashes by a blazing fire, so this fire of spiritual knowledge will burn to ashes all reactions to material activities. So that means by understanding of Krishna, one engages in spiritual activities. So transcendental knowledge is very powerful. Just this understanding that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and all of us have a relationship with Him is so purifying, is so wonderful, is so purifying. It can help us cure all material sins. So that is why one should surrender unto the spiritual master and obtain this knowledge. We sing every morning, Divya Jnana Hriday Prakashito. This spiritual knowledge is actually realized in the heart. Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate tatsvayam yoga samsiddhim kalena atmani vindati. In this world, there is nothing so sublime and pure as transcendental knowledge. Such knowledge is the mature fruit of all mysticism, and one who has become accomplished in the practice of devotional service enjoys this knowledge within himself in the due course of time. So this spiritual understanding is very powerful. It helps us overcome all misunderstanding in this material world. Misunderstanding is that we think that our relationships are permanent, our relationships are enjoyable, but only relationship with Krishna is permanent, and that is purifying and enjoyable. So this knowledge, Kalena Atmani Vindati, as we serve Krishna day in and day out, as we sincerely chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra day in and day out, over a period of time, this knowledge becomes revealed unto us. Shraddhava labate jnanam tatpara sanyatendriyaha jnanam ladva param shantim achirena adhigacchati. So Krishna is saying that one who gets this spiritual knowledge, one who attains this spiritual knowledge, he attains supreme peace. A faithful man dedicated to transcendental knowledge and who subdues his senses is eligible to achieve such knowledge, and having achieved it, he quickly attains the supreme spiritual peace. So one thing very important Krishna emphasizes is that Krishna becomes merciful, and sometimes Krishna gives you spiritual realization. Then the duty of this man is to control his senses. By surrendering unto the spiritual master, by sacrificing, by being sincere to Krishna, one can achieve sense control. So such a man achieves supreme peace. Ajnascha sridhanascha samshayatma vinashyati nayam lokosti na paro na sukham samshayatmanah. But ignorant and faithless persons who doubt the revealed scriptures do not attain God consciousness, they fall down. For the doubting soul there is no happiness either in this world or the next. So, ignorant people who think that the Vedas is just a bunch of lies, or that Krishna does not exist, for such people, they will never be happy. They will be running after one happiness after another. They will never be peaceful. Only a person who attains Krishna, only he can be peaceful. Yoga sadhyastha karmanam jnana sanchimna samshayam atmavantam na karmani nibadnanti dhananjaya. One who acts in devotional service, renouncing the fruits of his actions, and whose doubts have been destroyed by transcendental knowledge, is situated factually in the self. Thus, he is not bound by reactions of work or conqueror of the riches. So, Krishna is summarizing the entire chapter here, that one should perform devotional service in full knowledge, when all our doubts have been destroyed by transcendental knowledge, by serving under a spiritual master. And whatever fruits we get, even when we do devotion, suppose you are doing devotion, somebody might give you some big donation of millions of dollars. That should again be used in devotional service only. One should not use the fruits of his activities, even devotional activities, for material purposes. It should be used back in devotional service. Such a person is not bound by the reactions of work. Therefore, Krishna is asking Arjuna that now, please understand that I am the Supreme Lord and I am ordering you to fight. So fighting for you now is devotional service. And the fruit of it, when you win the kingdom, you should establish dharma. You should use your position to establish dharma, to execute the orders of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Tasmat ajnana sambhutam ratstam jnana sinatmanaha chitvainam samshayam yogam uttishtotishtha bharata. So he says, O Bharata, O Arjuna, therefore the doubts which have arisen in your heart out of ignorance should be slashed by the weapon of knowledge. Armed with yoga, O Bharata, stand up and fight. So Krishna is asking Arjuna to fight, because Krishna now has established that he is the Supreme Lord. Janma karma cha me divya. And his order is all perfect. Krishna is all perfect. So his orders are also perfect. So working for Krishna is devotional service. So that is Brahma Karma. So order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the Veda, is the Brahma Karma. So he is asking Arjuna, now stand up and fight. Thus ends the 4th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita as it is. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.